What is going on today, guys? Welcome back. I know it has been forever. I apologize. But anyway, we're jumping right back into it. A lot of things happening in the background. As you can kind of see, the shop is still kind of in the same stage as it was. If you guys saw in the previous clips, we kind of moved everything that was in the shop out of the shop and into the two-bay garage. That's because we had some plans in here. We're going to do white steel. Just some scheduling conflicts right now kind of holding us back from getting that completely done, and that's why I'm kind of got everything moved out of here. The trailers aren't here, just everything is out of the shop in hopes that we can go ahead and get the shop completely done and finally start moving stuff in. But anyway, we're not even gonna get into that today. We're gonna jump right into getting the first gen back up and running. You guys know in the last couple videos, we had popped the turbo, one of the turbos. So we sent them both off. We got them back, got them changed up a little bit. And today we are gonna finally start kind of reassembling the first gen, getting it back up and going. And then after that, a couple other little changes, and then we'll be back to the track hopefully before the season slips away. Not the season, but the before winter comes, we can finally get like a good baseline test on the first gen. But anyway, here we go. We have the turbos back with these beautiful babies. So if you guys missed one of the last couple videos, I kind of went over the changes that we did make. Still a 468 on the manifold. We did change from an 83 turbine 1.0 housing to an 87 turbine 1.0 housing. The big manifold charger still an S480, was a 96 110 or 115 possibly, I believe 115. Still an 80, now changed to a 96 132 housing on the 96 turbine. So basically, for those of you guys who really aren't familiar with sizes, we basically just loosened up and made the back side of the chargers a little bit bigger, flow more air, hopefully make some more power. One of the other things, if you guys see this laying down here, which we did not build into this system, which I don't really understand why, because on the triples that we did, we have another boost gauge, just a temporary boost gauge that we are going to plumb in this pipe right here. We were also waiting for this steel bung. By the way, we were on a family vacation for a whole week there too, so that's one of the gaps in the time. We were on a family vacation, but we got a steel bung welded in between the two of these chargers. Now, why we did that is because on the truck right now, just to kind of explain a little bit if you guys are curious on how some of this stuff works, we have a total boost gauge. We have one boost gauge on this side of the engine. However much boost that we make combined run through here, that's what that gauge read total boost. What this gauge is going to allow us to do is decipher how hard each charger is working and kind of see what charger is making what kind of boost. Typically, you will see a pretty low number out of the big charger. That one's not really working all that hard. What that's doing is really just basically beating this manifold charger up. The charger that's on the manifold is just getting driven in so many different ways, air blown back through it. So this is really taking the brunt of a compound system. So what we want to do and ensure is, so we don't have any more turbo failures, and this is all in the sake of not having any more turbo failures, is we want to make sure that this manifold charger is not making some absurd, crazy amount of boost number, and this one's not working hard enough. We want to make sure that they're both doing their job equally, maybe not equally boost, but this one pulling its weight, this one not getting the crap driven at them. So there's two ways to fix if we do have a problem where this one's making too much and lopsided, is try to change the exhaust housing and turbine sizing like we just did. So hopefully with loosening everything up, making this turbine a little bit bigger, it can handle some of what's going on. Or the other way we can do it, which we won't know until we kind of put everything back together, make some passes, is wastegate the charger that's on the manifold. So may or may not have to put wastegates on it. We're not really sure. So anyway, that is quite a long intro. That is what we have going on. We are going to jump right into it, get the first gen back up and running. And we also, if you guys see out yonder, we have got the second gen pulled out. This beautiful, beautiful thing. We are going to start getting this thing kind of cleaned up. You guys know that it has been unfortunately a little neglected in the garage and the trip down here, so we might hopefully have some time to try and get that thing cleaned up later on with the help of some Adam Polishes products. But that's the gist of today. Let's get started. Hey, Ray. Are you here to help? You pointing? Are we done yet? You want to sit in the truck? You want to come sit? Can you get up in there? You're tall, maybe not that tall. Whoa. All right, you're driving. Woo! Bye. Bye-bye. Monday morning, just kind of wrapping this thing up. We kind of had to bail a little bit last night. We had dinner plans, but got it wrapped up. The thing kicked my butt a little bit, and I should have known better as I was assembling it. I was kind of tightening down everything as I was going, which if you guys have ever done compounds or will in the future, just know that when you're kind of assembling things, you got to kind of leave everything loose. I got to basically this last charge pipe, and there was some misalignment. Had to basically loosen everything back up and then go ahead and kind of tighten everything back up all together. But anyway, we are back together. Checked for leaks. Everything seems good. It is unfortunately raining. Otherwise, I'd probably drive this thing, but we are not going to do that with the radial slicks, whatever you want to call them, on the back of that. I don't want to end up in a ditch. But anyway, we're set, we're good. There's no leaks. I'm gonna actually see if I can't track down a little bit more of this this small air hose, because we have our new gauge plumbed up, but it really only kind of reaches right inside the cab here. I'd like to kind of extend that just for the sake of being able to see everything all at once. But we're good to go, we're back together. This thing technically could drive if we wanted to. So I'm gonna call that a win. But that is pretty much gonna wrap up this video, guys. I know it may be a little bit of a shorter video. We're gonna be back in the garage tonight working on this thing. We're in hopes of trying to get this thing ready to possibly see if there are the test and tune on Tuesdays at Beach Bend. So I would like to try and do that, which is tomorrow. But we do have quite a bit of work left to do. We're probably gonna end up trying to swap the converter tonight after work. So that is gonna do it, guys. Stay tuned for the following videos. If you have not already, go over and subscribe and check out the King Speed Race and Repair channel. We have 2 videos on that channel. If you guys are bored after this one and wanna go watch something else, go head over there. But that is gonna do it. Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next